Let's talk about Warren Buffett's secrets, how he's made money. The first secret, which I covered in another video, was his ability to use an insurance company. His insurance company was the platform with which he could make money, paying out no interest. It is the greatest investment vehicle in the world, is an insurance vehicle. Remember that. Keep that in mind. Insurance companies print money. Number two, which is just important, is that Warren Buffett is the master of compounding. He understands what it means to compound money. I've never met anyone else, I've got a 35-year investment career, that understands the power of compounding. The rule you have to know is what's called the rule of 72. So if you have money that compounds, let's say at a 12% per rate per annum, you take 12, you put it into 72, and that tells you that money will double every approximately 6 years. Now, if you, let's say you can get 20% on your money, all right? Let's say you can make money grow at 20%. If you put 20% into 72, 20% goes into 72, about three, let's call it 3.5 times. That means your money at 20% rate of growth will double every 3.5 years. Now, what Warren Buffett was able to do for the first 20, 25 years of his life is find corporations, find companies that could grow at a rate of 29% per year. Do you have any idea what that means? You take 29%, put it into 72, and that means he was doubling his money approximately every 2.5 years or so. Maybe 2 years, 4 months, 2 years, 5 months. Doubling his money. Now, when you work with a good quantity of money, he had an investment vehicle. He took $100 million in from all his friends, associates, businesses that he met, and he took that money and he was able to compound that at 29% per year. He took a 20-25% interest for himself in the gains that would come out of that. And that took him up to around 1968, 1969. By then he made several $100 million. He abandoned the game in late 69, 70, early 1970s. And he wrote a letter to his investors that when the game is no longer played, as I understand it, it is time to walk away from the game. In other words, values were so inflated, PE ratios were so high, that he literally disbanded his investment partnership, liquidated everything, took the cash out, and sat and he waited. And he missed the bear market of 1973-74, in which many stocks went down 90%, 80%. I saw stocks selling back then like Electronic Data Processing, which was $200 a share, sold for $4 a share. Henry Singleton with Teledyne, which was a $100 stock, sold for $2 a share. John Kluge, one of the richest men in the world, built Metro Media, which was Channel 5 in New York, the television station. That stock went from $200 down to $4 a share, and he took it private at that price. All right, that's what Warren Buffett missed. He missed a bear market that destroyed the rest of America. Then he came back. At the bottom of that market, he started buying. He issued another investment letter. He went in, he bought Berkshire Hathaway, and he started building Berkshire Hathaway from a very small base. He was able to get about a 23, 24 compounded rate of return on Berkshire Hathaway for probably the next 20 years. It slowed down because of the law of large numbers. Berkshire is so big today that he cannot keep it going. That was his second secret, though. His second secret was to become the master of compounding. He understands, if you go to our website, you'll see we have articles on Warren Buffett. We talk about the magic of compounding. You want to read this. You want to print it. You want to carry it with you. You want to give it to your children. Because if they can understand the magic of compounding, that at a very young age, if you can work with money and get rates of return of 15, 20%, and you can do this as an individual. As an individual, you can achieve rates of return that no mutual fund and no money manager will ever give you, because they're working with such large amounts of money. It's the elephants, moving an elephant around. How much can an elephant controls the swimming pool? A gorilla, a 1,200-pound gorilla in a swimming pool controls the swimming pool. You become the market when you work with so much money. Learn these things and you will become enormously wealthy. Take a look at the website, see what we've got there. Have a great day.